Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our broadcast setting from the skies high above. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Utah Jazz at Vivint Smart Home Arena. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at Detroit. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And checking out Detroit, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
We all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Rose. And it's Wood in at the 5. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Real weapon of Conley's. I mean, he has a floating jump shot down pat. It's almost unguardable.
Down low, Griffin. Gobert pulls it in.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke.
And it's good, 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Rose. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. One-on-one here. Bobbed up there for Mitchell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are on cover.
Pass to Griffin. Shoots from the elbow. Good on the jump shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Really left alone that time. Ingles has got his second bucket of the night. Pistons trailed by 4. Outside Rose. He had stolen by Ingles. And Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
And they're moving it up. Here's Mitchell. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rose. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Knocked loose. Here's Kennard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end, moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game right now. With the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Just 5 on the clock. Mitchell's shot is good. Here's Rose. The pass to Kennard. Takes the 13-footer and too long on the shot. Jazz leading by 3. O'Neal passes to Conley. Kicks to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. O'Neal. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Pistons trailed by 5. Right side, Griffin. Tipped. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Oh, the lob to Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Mitchell against Griffin. Goes up on the wing, and again it's Utah.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Now here's Griffin. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Throughout the years, Griffin has worked a lot on his jumper. Now it's a big part of his game.
Here's Gobert. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also competitive.
And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence. And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Jazz second.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Griffin finds Rose. Back to Griffin. And it's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yes, that goes in. O'Neal's got his second bucket tonight.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Here is Conley. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. Mitchell is double. Here's O'Neal. A three-pointer is right on target. O'Neal's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Top of the key, Griffin. Back to Rose. Out left to the wing. Here's Kennard. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. He's got 5.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. In basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same
so
stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Here's Clarkson following the 3 by Detroit. Buries it down low. Clarkson's got his second basket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Maker and the dunk by Maker.
Now this is what you like seeing. Maker not just laying it up, but powering it down.
Moutier kicks to Mitchell. Ashton Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. The offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. Over in the corner, Brown. Passes it to Galloway. The Pistons rebound. Here's Doumbouya. And they convert at last on attempt number 3.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Here's Maker and the dunk by Maker.
So when he has some touch, now for Maker, it's more about adding the muscle so he can become more dangerous.
Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Mitchell outside. And the call will be against Thon Maker. That is his first foul of the game. Baseline try. Misses off the left iron. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 4. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia. Here's Brown. They get the rebound. This is to Galloway. Count that one. Galloway has got 5 points so far.
I like the confidence from the guard. Galloway, he shows no fear in shooting off the pass.
Back to Moutier. Mitchell outside. Pass to Niang. Trying to end the drought. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Jazz lead by 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Galloway, defended by Moutier. Yep, that one goes. He's got 7.
And the intelligence of Galloway, reading the defense well and making the right decision in the pick and roll.
Davis, the pass to Clarkson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
There's Galloway. 9 points last game. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we'll be back with you shortly. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Doumbouya is out there with John Henson. Then there's McCray, and it's Galloway in at the point. A free throw good from Moutier. Some players are what we call quiet scorers, Chris. They put up a lot of points, but you don't realize until the end of the game just how effective and what kind of points they've put up.
Oh, yeah, especially when you look at two-way players like a Paul George or a Kawhi Leonard or how about a Bradley Beal out there in Washington. You look up at the scoreboard and be like, wait, how did he get 30? And don't forget about the running mate with Damian Lillard up there in Portland. McCollum, he's a bad man as well.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Here's Niang, Moutier, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. No shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, you look back at the title team for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls at that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. She, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. The pass to McCray. And no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
As long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Pistons trail by 8. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Shot from the top of the key. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 11 points.
Respectable jump shooter from many areas, Kevin. I mean, Galloway is someone you have to play up on.
And here's Gobert. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. For Utah, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Davis, and O'Neal subbed in for George Niang. He doesn't get the second one.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader. Has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
And the free throw, no good.
Love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
Now here's Griffin. 8 points for him. And yes, it's good.
Now, we talk about the work Griffin does in the paint, but don't forget about his mid-range game. He's got a pretty effective jump shot.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Good work there as it goes. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Henson kicks to Griffin. Back to Henson. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
To the right side, the drive by Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Griffin. 10 points for him. Bangs home the trifecta. Rose has got 5 now.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that three when he's got some daylight.
Back to Gobert. Now, here is O'Neal. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 4. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Wes, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. No good on that one. Detroit making a switch here. Woods checked in. And he sinks the second. Pistons trailed by 5. Here's Kennard. 5 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Clarkson with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Shot's good by Clarkson.
It's the quick hands of Clarkson. Gets the steal, then right in the transition.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Clock at 6. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. They recover it. That one falls. 12 points for Blake Griffin. Utah leading by 5. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Here's the 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
This has been a strength of Conley's throughout his career. A spot-on three-point shot.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Check in for McCray. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Utah. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
Right now for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
No coverage that time.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the 3. That makes him a very tough cover.
Clarkson looking for an opening. Fires it up. Here's Gobert, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Gobert's got 8.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Kennard. 5 points in the game. It's good.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Conley finds Gobert. Clarkson with the ball. Puts it up from 12, and Utah again with the bucket.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Pass to Kennard. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Wood. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 10th in rebounding, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And he makes the first. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Pistons. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Rose passes to Brown. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Great look there, but off target. Outside Conley. He kicks to Clarkson. Puts it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense is instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
The Jazz have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Mitchell, he's checked in for O'Neal. And a switcher also for Detroit. Makers checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Former first-team All-Rookie after being picked in the second round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
Pass to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Conley, the pass to Gobert. And here is Conley. It's up a 3. Rebounded by Snell. To the paint. Here's Maker. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
There aren't many players as big as Maker. He realizes this. Nice work inside.
Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closely. And the shot goes in.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
He's had 4 chances at the line. Made them all. A different look for Utah. Davis is checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And a switcher also for Detroit. Galloway's checked in.
1 shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson. Pistons trailed by 7. Here's Galloway. He's got 11. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Better scorer than some give him credit for. Once Galloway gets going, he's capable of taking over games.
Mitchell. And that one's on target from the wing. Mitchell's got 17 now.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Brown kicks to Galloway. Tipped away. It's stolen by Davis. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And there's the pass to Mudiay. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 17. Just 3 to shoot. It's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And these are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, showing you the top shooting teams in the league. That's the name of the game, putting the ball in the basket. The 4th spot held by the Jazz.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Now here's Griffin, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. And the call will be against George Niang. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit making a switch. Mikhailuk is checked in. Right side, Griffin. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 14.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Here's Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. And the Jazz lead by 7. Here's Galloway, 13 points in the game. Griffin passes to Mikhailuk. Another 3 for Detroit.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Clarkson kicks to Moutier. Back to Clarkson. Nice ball movement by Utah. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Count it. Now just a 2-point Jazz lead.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
There's the steal. And now the Pistons fast break. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Galloway. And Davis sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And the basket by Maker.
This is the touch Maker possesses. A big man who knows he can sink these shots.
Mitchell with it. Out to the wing. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
Kenny, what did you think about Detroit?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade. Many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks for Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Here is Conley, following the score by Derrick Rose. And it's blocked. And here comes Detroit again with the fast break. Got that one up quick. Kennard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons.
I mean, I don't always like the 3 on the fast break, but the D was set up well inside.
Here's Ingles. It's deflected. In the corner, Snell with it. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They get a hand on it. Outside Conley to the middle. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
of numbers for Donovan Mitchell. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break, averaging about 23 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others. And they finally get one to go. Just in time, an 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
Now, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick. But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Conley against Rose. Conley kicks to Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Rose. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Inside, here's Kennard, and it's blocked by Conley. Mitchell wide open, sinks the triple. And now just a 2-point Piston lead.
He's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
Rose, good. Rose has got 11 points.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Doomboy is checked in for Detroit. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Shot from the inbound. Gobert knocks it away. Here's Ingles, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Love seeing Conley work the ball over to his teammates. He's so good at setting the table for them.
Here's Kennard. 10 points for him. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. So for the Pistons, John Henson comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Jordan McRae in for Tony Snell. On defense, the Jazz. Ingles passes to Conley. Kicks it to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
look at the numbers for Gobert. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Now here's Rose. He's got 11. They retain possession. Henson. And again, Utah run the court in transition. And it's Mitchell missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Utah. They're on a 12-4 run. Now Mitchell. He's got 22. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Mitchell drops them both. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Top Henson. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Rose for 2. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Rose has got 13.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Passes it to Conley. Over Rose. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal. Conley's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Here's O'Neal, a stupendous finish in traffic. He's got 10. Pistons have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Rose kicks to McRae. Pass to Kennard. For Mitchell, and Detroit again with the bucket. Jazz have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Doumbouya. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the Pistons good for 2. Jazz have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And here is Conley. He has 7. The pass to Ingles. He kicks to O'Neal. Now Gobert. The shot will not fall. Here's Kennard. Covered by Mitchell. Back to Kennard. Henson trying to break free. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 2.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
And the Jazz call time here. Entirely new group here. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Back to Moutier. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Moutier's got 7 points in the game. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's Kennard. 18 points for him. A three. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Well, every team needs rebounding. Let's check out the league's top rebounders. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Here's Brown to the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Henson the pass to Kennard. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Henson.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Shots good by Clarkson.
No, Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
Brown with it. Now defended by Moutier. Kennard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Kennard, the pass to Henson. Gobert with the block. Moutier finds Gobert. 1:57 left in the third. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Over Maker. Nice shot by Gobert. And now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
Excellent setup by Clarkson. I mean, hits his teammate where he could do something with it.
Pass to Kennard. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Detroit shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Wood, he's checked in for John Henson. Blake Griffin comes in for Thon Maker. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Brown.
One shot.
Utah's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Moutier, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Passes it to Clarkson. Elbow shot is on the way. Again, the Jazz score.
Now, this is what Clarkson is capable of. Certain nights where he carries you at the score.
Pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Gobert down low. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists now in this one. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Left side, Griffin. Over Davis. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got 20.
Look out, everybody. Blake Griffin is having one of those nights. When he's in this kind of mood, he is frightening.
Now, here's Clarkson. And the pass to Moutier. And Utah, another 3.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Jazz lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey. While stressing defense that last time out, Greg, a wise approach.
Yeah, I mean, when it's this tight, the defense can push you over the top.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yes. And when Griffin takes flight, it's a sight to see. Some of the dunk he pulls are just insane.
High post, Gobert. Kicks it to Moutier. Pass to Niang. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Rose dishes to Griffin. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. It's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him. Here's Gobert. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Mike Conley's checked in for Moutier. A free throw drops for Gobert.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Griffin kicks to Rose. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 8th assist here tonight. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot 8 comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
6 to shoot. Here's Clarkson. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Snell, over by Conley. Passes to Wood. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Mitchell finds Gobert. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from three. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
He's feeling it. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Your Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Mitchell drops them both. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Conley against Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got the game tied up here for Detroit.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. The pass to Wood, down low. Here's Griffin. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. And Mitchell no good on that one. Pistons trailed by 4. He had stolen by Ingles. They push it up 4 on 3. O'Neal passes to Conley. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Rose up on top. Ingles covering. Pass to Griffin. Over Conley. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Griffin.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
It's stolen by Rose. Outside Griffin. 5 to shoot. Over Ingles. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Pistons on defense. Rose with the double team. Passes it to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 ball.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Inside. It's good. This game is all even.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Ingles finds Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And it's easy to admire Conley. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he knows how to stay in control.
Rose against Conley. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Ingles. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of the game.
Conley surveying the D. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rose passes to Wood. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back to the bucket. That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Pass to Griffin. Poke loose. And again, Utah run the court in transition. And the basket by Ingles. And it's a 12-point Jazz lead.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Griffin inside. Ingles covering. And it's denied. There's the pass to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
His 4th turnover of the game. That's not a number to be proud of.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Gobert with the block.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Rose passes to Griffin. It's blocked. Cuts off the pass. Here's Kennard, and it's good for 2. Kennard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Pistons trail by 12. Pass to Rose. Here's Wood. Here's Kennard. Puts one up from 19. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
Now, here's Mitchell. D right on him. Good. Mitchell's got 34.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Now, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this. Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
.146 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Lets a floater go. Here's Snell. It's Kennard, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Rose passes to Wood. Here's Kennard. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Passes it to Mitchell. The dish to Gobert. The wide open look here for Ingles. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Jazz lead by 10. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Snell kicks to Kennard. Over to the left wing. Here's Griffin. It's good.
Now, if you're going to stop Griffin, it has to be a hard foul. He's too powerful. He embraces contact.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort.
Pass to Conley. Now, Ingles. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team. You picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, you know, and that's what we did.
Attention to details, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.